You were born in Brooklyn, moved to Miami, and started playing guitar at 10. At 16, you were featured in Guitar Magazine for your original music, attended the New World School of the Arts, received a scholarship to attend University of Miami. After graduating, moved back to New York. You recently toured Spain, Finland, Portugal, Japan, Denmark, Germany, Detroit. Just got back from Italy. Here in California for a week. You're back in New York for a couple of weeks and then going to Greece. Do you find the West Coast as having a different vibe or feel versus the East Coast? And if so, how?
That's a good question. I've had some really good shows on the West Coast, and I have hope for the West Coast. But I have to say, the West Coast is tough, notoriously from the guys from the East Coast. Coming out here, there's a history of people feeling like it's hard to find a crowd or find guys that understand the music out here. From that we're doing it in New York, but. And I can say I feel that at times, but then you'll have a really great show, and the people that are at the shows seem to be really into it, It's like I have this theory about culture and subculture, and I feel like the culture in America as a whole is kind of, right now, it's at a certain low point, I feel, But there's a subculture of people that really were looking for an alternative, looking for music that's challenging them and that is not being kind of spoon-fed to them, and to me that's kind of like what it is, and that's who these people are. They're at these shows that are kind of really kind of die hard and really feeling the music, So I'll play a show in California for 25 people, but they'll all buy a CD, So it's like you feel like there's something going on with the connection, So I'm going to still keep trying to come out here as much as I can.
How did you get into jazz?
I always loved jazz. My father had a great record collection, so I was listening to jazz from a really young age.
Who were you listening to?
He had stuff like Coltrane, My Favorite Things, Miles, Kind of Blue, and Round About Midnight. Those were two records that we had, and I heard a lot. Also had some like Ben Webster, like some like kind of old school tenor stuff.
Yeah, it is old school.
And then like Ray Charles and Betty Carter, that record, I remember hearing that a lot. But I think there was something about the Coltrane and the Miles stuff that I was really hearing, and I was saying, okay, there was something that was speaking to me. So then when I started playing music, I started playing because culturally it was rock. I mean, it was, I heard Eddie Van Halen, California Boy, and I just was, the sound of the guitar for me playing that it really got me,
Besides learning all your scales, arpeggios, your thirds, how to apply them to chord changes, developing your technique, transcribing solos, yada yada, what advice can you give to the young jazz artists wanting to take their improvisation to the next level?
It's a good question. I mean, we're always all looking for that all the time, but I mean, I think
Let's just say you've got a young kid who's, he's gifted. He's got all the technique and everything there. He's polished, but what direction mentally does he have to
well,
go?
one thing I would just throw in as kind of a check point is just that that list of things that you just listed to kind of make sure that there's a connection with the voice inside and those things, that may even just mean singing the things that you're practicing, but basically, because I mean,
because
most of the greatest musicians get that the real stuff happens when your mind and your hands are connected, really in a really kind of direct way.
Yeah,
because it's easy to wiggle your fingers, you know what I mean? But
right, sure. When you've got an instrument that allows,
especially a saxophone,
yeah.
or a guitar.
Yeah. Because singing, I think what you mean is you're hearing those intervals. You're hearing how to get around.
Right,
so
right.
that way you're going to find ideas a lot quicker because you've applied things to your fingers.
Right.
And now, if you can hear those, see where you want to go.
Yeah, or if you hear them in your head, it immediately can come out on your instrument. And that's the idea.
Right.
I mean, because eventually all this music we've listened to and the experiences we have in our life will hopefully kind of come together and be in there and be kind of like a stew and come out. And if you're prepared as a musician to play what you're hearing, you're going to be making some unique music. And to me, there's so many players now who can play tons of stuff. I mean, with the university set up the way it is, and with with all the resources there are, people can play so much. But I think being unique seems to be becoming increasingly difficult. So
finding your voice.
yeah, so that's the important thing. I think that's my big advice. Yeah.